Shahrukh Hussain smirks in police custody. Shahrukh stands accused of stalking and then killing a young girl, Ankita Singh. Remorseless Shahrukh smirks at the cameras. Now here, Ankita Singh's dying declaration.
हम घर में अपने पापा को 10 बजे रात को आए, पापा को बोले, पापा ने ठीक है सुबह होगा तो देखते हैं। और सुबह 4 बजे आके खिड़की से पेट्रोल फेंक के और आग जला के भाग गए।
Shahrukh burnt her alive for spurning his advances. His partner in crime, Naeem Khan, has also been arrested. But will Ankita get justice? Will Shahrukh be punished for a murder most foul? That's our top focus on India First. Ankita's last conversation with her father, hours before she was burnt alive by Shahrukh, was expressing her fears that Shahrukh Hussain was threatening to kill her and that he will. Shahrukh was forcing Ankita to convert to Islam and marry him, according to the family. The BJP has given a Muslim appeasement in Jharkhand twist, alleging laxity in police action and even in the MP Soren government providing medical attention to Ankita. I'm Gaurav Sawant. Justice for Ankita is our top focus story. But first, as always, the headlines. No detention, no arrest of the Lingayat seer who's been booked for allegedly raping minor girls in Karnataka's Muruga Mutt. Political parties back the seer. Delhi dangal escalates. Aam Aadmi Party MLAs on an all-night dharna in the assembly demanding the resignation of Delhi's Lieutenant Governor. Days after dumping the Congress, Ghulam Nabi Azad fires a fresh salvo at the Gandhi family, claims he was betrayed and ousted by those he considered family. Lauds Narendra Modi, but refutes Congress's modified DNA charge.
घर छोड़ने पे मजबूर किया। आदमी को भी लगे कि यहाँ हमको पराया समझते हैं। अकल आदमी, मंद आदमी का काम है कि वो घर छोड़ के निकल जाए।
Another twist in the Sonali Phogat murder investigations. The BJP Neta's aide admits he gave MDMA mixed in water to her. Goa's Curly's shack owner permitted drugs on the premises knowingly is the allegation. CBI to now probe the case. Jio set for a 5G rollout by Diwali announces the mammoth 2 lakh crore package.
With Jio 5G, we can connect everyone, every place and everything with the highest quality and the most affordable services. In addition to meeting India's needs, we are confident of offering digital solutions to world market.
A 16-year-old class 12 student, Ankita Singh, aspiring to be a doctor to help her family, was burnt alive in sleep, allegedly by Shahrukh Hussain, who lived in the same neighborhood in Jharkhand. His partner in crime, Naeem Khan, who is reported to have procured the petrol, has also been arrested. They had apparently been constantly harassing her, forcing her to convert to Islam and marry Shahrukh. His brother threatened to sort them out in case they made a police complaint, claiming that they had contacts with very senior police officers in Jharkhand. India Today's Suryagni Roy brings us this report.
हम घर में अपने पापा को 10 बजे रात को आए, पापा को बोले, पापा ने ठीक है सुबह होगा तो देखते हैं। और सुबह 4 बजे आके खिड़की से पेट्रोल फेंक के और आग जला के भाग गया।
16-year-old Ankita Singh's dying declaration seeking death penalty for her stalker and killer Shahrukh Hussain. After battling for life for close to a week, the class 12 student finally gave up, but not before telling the world of her trauma. Ankita Singh spoke of being stalked and harassed by Shahrukh Hussain, who lives in the same neighborhood.
हम घर में अपने पापा को 10 बजे रात को आए, पापा को बोले, पापा ने ठीक है सुबह होगा तो देखते हैं। और उसमें 4 बजे आके खिड़की से पेट्रोल फेंक के और आग जला के भाग गया।
तो पेट्रोल कहाँ पर फेंका गया था?
पेट्रोल एक डिब्बा में 2 लड़का था, वो और एक छोटुआ था। हम खिड़की खोल के देखे थे। जैसे उसके लिए अभी हम मर रहे हैं, उसको भी वही सजा हो जाए।
आप ऐसा चाहती?
हाँ।
So brazen was Shahrukh in tormenting Ankita that he openly threatened her. If she resisted his advances, he would kill her.
नंबर जहाँ से भी लेके उसको कॉल किया और फिर उसको बात करने मिलने के लिए फोर्स करता था, तो ये मना कर दी तो उसको मारने का धमकी दिया था।
क्या क्या सजा आपको लगता है मिलनी चाहिए?
सर उसको फांसी का सजा दिया जाए सर। वो सब लड़की को ऐसे ही फंसा कि उसे जिंदगी बर्बाद करता था सर।
The burnt bed and shattered family have hit out at the Jharkhand police for its inaction. They said Shahrukh's brother boasted of having contacts in the Jharkhand police and threatened to sort out the family if a complaint was made.
दरवाजा बंद था, एक दरवाजा सटा हुआ था। ठेल करके यहाँ से यहाँ पर्दा लगी हुई थी, पेट्रोल छिटा और पेट्रोल छिटा तो बेटी मेरी उठ गई कि पानी पड़ रहा है। जैसे ही उठ करके देखने गई तो माचिस फेंक दिया उसके शरीर पे, फेंक दिया, पूरा लखने लगी, लगते हुए जलती हुई मेरे रूम में आई, चिल्लाते हुए पापा बचा लीजिए। तो हम सोचे कहाँ से आग लगा, फिर वहां से उठ करके मैंने देखा तो पूरा घर जल रहा मेरा।
Ankita was first taken to Dumka Medical College with 45% burns, but when her condition deteriorated, she was rushed to RIMS Ranchi, where doctors tried to save her, but due to massive burn injuries, she passed away on Sunday. There have been massive protests across Jharkhand, with the BJP alleging a spike in crimes against women and police inaction due to the policy of minority appeasement of the Hemant Soren government.
संप्रदाय विशेष के लोग झारखंड में खासकर संथाल परगना में लव जिहादी जो डेमोग्राफी है उसको भी बदलने का काम कर रहे हैं। अभियुक्त है उस पर फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट चलाकर 15 दिन के अंदर उसे फांसी की सजा दी जाए।
Union Minister Giriraj Singh also hit out at the changing demographic profile in the state and the role of vote bank politics.
तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के तहत एक्ट होता है। अगर अंकिता दूसरे धर्म की लड़की होती, उल्टा होती, लड़के दूसरे होते, आज वहां पर पॉलिटिकल पिकनिक राहुल गांधी भी मनाते होते और मुख्यमंत्री हेमंत सोरेन भी होते।
Looking at these images of a remorseless Shahrukh Hussain, there is a rise in demand for fast-track court and death penalty for the accused.
कानून के तहत उस पर केस चलाया जाए, केस को मजबूती से लड़ाया जाए और जो सख्त से सख्त सजा हमारे इंडियन पीनल कोड में है वो उनको उस शख्स को मिलनी चाहिए। काबिले यानी जस्टिफाइबल से छोड़िए, ये तो हैवानियत है ये।
Late Monday, Jharkhand government announced a compensation of 10 lakh rupees for Ankita's family and the setting up of a fast-track court. Shahrukh's close friend and partner in crime was also arrested by the police, but Ankita's family fears justice delayed, maybe justice denied.
There's a huge deployment of police in and around this particular area, especially the house. The Jharkhand government has announced a compensation of 10 lakh rupees for the family. However, the family claim that the only thing that they want from the government and the administration is for Shahrukh to be hanged and justice to be given for Ankita. With camera person Praveer Biswas, this is Suryagni Roy for India Today, Jharkhand.
Now, Raghubar Das is former Chief Minister of Jharkhand and the National Vice President of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He says this is just symptomatic of a larger malaise in Jharkhand. He alleges because of Muslim appeasement, action is not taken against the accused in cases, and claims there have been a large number of cases, crimes against tribal women in Jharkhand. He then went on to say that land jihad is happening already along with love jihad.
दुमका की घटना कोई साधारण घटना नहीं है, क्योंकि एक संप्रदाय विशेष के लोग झारखंड में खासकर संथाल परगना में लव जिहादी के माध्यम से हमारे संथाल परगना की जो डेमोग्राफी है उसको भी बदलने का काम कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि पाकुड़ से बड़े पैमाने पर बांग्लादेशी मुसलमान और रोहिंग्या मुसलमान की घुसपैठ हो रही है और हमारी भोली भाली आदिवासी बच्चियों से शादी करके न सिर्फ डेमोग्राफी बदल रहे हैं बल्कि जमीन का भी जिहादी कर रहे हैं। और अभी तक जो मेरे पास सूचना 10,000 एकड़ ये जिहादी बांग्लादेशी मुसलमान लोगों ने जमीन हड़प ली है।
So is this shocking burning of Ankita Singh and the image of a remorseless Shahrukh, and we'll show you that image. Look at the way when he's being taken out by the police. Look at that smirk on his face in front of television cameras. Is this actually symptomatic of a larger malaise? Is this just the tip of the iceberg? Joining me on India First is Shilpi Neha Tirki. She's a MLA of the Congress Party. Joins us from Jharkhand. Also with me on the show is Kunal Sarangi, the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, again joining me from Jharkhand. But Shilpi Tirki, if I may, former Chief Minister Raghubar Das says 1,000 cases of crimes against tribal women, including love jihad. You heard him where he says 10,000 acres of land have been lost in this land jihad. And he says that the JMM Congress government are doing nothing except vote bank politics and Muslim appeasement.
Shashank, let me begin by saying, because I don't think so we have enough time. So thank you for having me here, first of all. What I would like to tell you is whatever has happened with Ankita is absolutely heinous. I might be from any political party, but by no ways do I support a heinous crime like this. And definitely there should be justice done to the family and to Ankita in this case. But what Raghubar Das, the ex-CM Raghubar Das ji is saying, I don't completely agree with it. Why I'll tell you is, during his reign, there was so many cases of mob lynching that was happening in Jharkhand. And even today, when the Dumka is absolutely in crisis right now, where people are going out and, engaging in riots and protests, even in that case also, our Chief Minister has immediately implemented the Section 144 in there. Okay. There was all kind of help. There was all kind of help that was sent to Ankita and Ankita's family.
So you're saying all kind of help was given, but let me bring in Kunal Sarangi. Kunal Sarangi, where is the evidence of laxity on the part of the police? You heard Shilpi there say that all help was provided immediately. Jharkhand police say, one, there is no cover-up. Both the accused, Shahrukh Hussain and Naeem Khan, they've been arrested. Is the BJP, sir, trying to take political advantage of the case?
Gaurav, I'd like to correct Shilpi first when she said that all the assistance was provided. All the assistance was provided to the family by the Jharkhand police. I'd like to clarify this first. There's this DSP Noor with the name Noor there, Noor Mustafa. You know, in the FIR, which was initially lost, the age of Ankita was entered as 19. She was 16. That's the first lapses for which Section 122, definitely action should be taken against this DSP. He should be sent to jail first. That was the first reaction by the Jharkhand police. And we come to the reaction by the hospital authorities. So she was taken to this local hospital in Dumka, the golden hours. The first 12 hours she had to spend in Dumka. And this particular hospital gets a notice from the National Medical Council every year to save itself from disqualification. So that was the facility initially provided to Ankita by the local administration. Then she was shifted to Ranchi. When she was shifted to RIMS Ranchi, initially it was reported the burn injuries were only 45%. But reality was she was having 95% burn injuries. So ideally,
I'm
a
sorry to
miscreant,
cut it.
a miscreant,
Kunal,
a miscreant
I
who was
need to correct
accused,
you there.
Okay.
It was
a miscreant who was
75%. I have a
accused
postmortem.
in
I
the
have a
Ranchi.
report. I have a report. Get your facts right.
Shilpi,
Get your facts right. There's nothing.
Okay.
There was
Shilpi,
not
allow
more
me
than
to finish.
95%.
Allow me to finish.
Okay.
So
I
get
didn't
when you
utter a
come
word
to
while you were
the no, when you
speaking.
come to a
Allow me
debate
to
like
finish.
this, please get your facts
Allow me
right.
to finish.
That is
Allow
all.
me to
While the
finish.
No,
BJP
I
and
will
the
not allow,
Congress may
because
fight,
you-
hold on.
And the
Both
second thing,
faders
you
go
know,
down.
second-
Hold on. Hear me out. Shilpi Tirki, whether it's 75% or 90%, the fact remains Shahrukh Hussain burnt
I
a
am not
young girl
defending
who
anyone.
was
What I'm
aspiring
saying is just
to do
let
well
them
in
not
life,
put out the
to be a
false
doctor.
information out there.
And here we
I
have
am
two
trying to
political
do the
parties
justice
fighting,
for you.
whether it's 70% or 90%. My only point is,
No, but I'm
the
not
main
disputing,
point,
but
I'm
you
sorry,
cannot be taking all the
Shilpi Tirki, the point that the BJP spokesperson makes there is something that you need to look into since the ruling party. Hold on,
Okay,
hold on,
definitely,
hear me out.
definitely. We want to. Also, I want to bring up to your...
Hear me out. The allegation is DSP Noor Muhammad, the SDPO Noor Muhammad, Noor Mustafa, he stands accused, and that's an allegation that is being leveled, of increasing the age of the woman, whether it becomes a minor or a major, what kind of punishment comes in, what kind of sections come in. Now, is there an attempt? And Shilpi Tirki, that's a very serious allegation. Is the police trying to save the accused because of Muslim appeasement?
Government is going to put a sit committee on this, and if the administration is involved, the actions will be taken. Absolutely, actions will be taken. Will not spare a single...
One by one. Sir, let Shilpi complete her point. I'll come to you.
Can I complete?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Immediately the actions will be taken. A sit committee will be formed for this, and if the administration is involved in altering any kind of information in this report, definitely there will be actions against them. Also, let me tell you, when all of this had happened, the government was active enough to send help, and when she was brought to the hospital, she had endured about 75% of the burn. All the financial aid in terms of the treatment was given by the government. And I'll tell you one thing, I just find it like really disheartening why we're having a political debate on this, whereas we should be having a societal debate on this, asking where is the society headed?
So you tell me, ma'am, you tell me where is the society headed?
It happened to Bilkis.
Ma'am, whereas Shahrukh can claim, whereas Shahrukh can claim, or whereas Shahrukh can think he can get away by burning and Ankita Singh if she chooses not to marry him or not to talk to him. But Kunal Sarangi, I want you to respond.
Absolutely.
Police officials are saying, one, so far there is no love jihad. You know, the thing that Raghuvar Das, former Chief Minister, was saying, that this is a case of love jihad. Sir, where is the evidence that this was love jihad? It's an individual crime of an individual. There is a dying declaration of the victim. Based on that dying declaration of the victim, Ankita, this Shahrukh has been...
question, where are people getting the courage to do something
Hold
like
on.
this? Can I answer this question?
But let me just put one by one. Go on, respond, sir. How is this love jihad? Where does the land jihad come from?
Listen, see, I would not get into the love jihad here. First thing, as I mentioned, how the government responded to this entire incident. It happened on the 23rd August. We lost her yesterday. In these 6 days, not a single public representative from her local area even bothered to visit her at the hospital. Second thing, as Shilpi rightly mentioned, that government extended help to her, financial help. I'd like to correct her here. The government didn't extend any financial help to her. The health minister, who belongs to the party that Shilpi belongs to, he said we had offered 1 lakh rupees to the family, but the family opted out of it. They wanted to come to RIMS. We didn't ask them to come to RIMS. We had they asked for any help, we would have helped them.
Okay.
Is that the way the government should handle a situation like this? Second thing, the local MLA Sunil Soren clearly saying on television, ये प्रेम प्रसंग का मामला है, हमें इससे क्या लेना देना है? Where is the prem? The girl didn't even bother answering his calls. The girl didn't even bother talking to this fellow Shahrukh Hussain. Where is love here? Where is the prem prasang?
Okay.
It's clear cut, a one-sided proposal which was clearly given by this guy.
Fair enough. Shilpi Tirki, it's the easiest thing for the police to do is character assassination of the victim, especially now that the victim is dead. call it Prem Prasang, say they were having an affair.
Can I answer your
It was an affair
can I
that
answer
went
your
wrong.
question where
Why
you
would
asked-
anyone
can
say
you
that?
ask-
That's point one.
Can
Point
I
two,
answer your question?
you have to first hear my question, madam. You have to hear the question. One.
You haven't let me answer your first question, but any which ways, go on.
One, character assassination of a victim who's no more. Two, the allegation is Chief Minister Hemant Soren desperately trying to save his government. Instead of making Jharkhand more secure for women, according to the opposition, he was out with JMM leaders. Why was no air ambulance provided to Ankita to fly her perhaps to Delhi, maybe for better treatment, madam?
I would like to answer your previous question that you had asked. Where are the people getting courage to do something like this? Of course, if we are going to, put garlands and feed laddus to the convicts, what happened to Bilkis Banu's case, people are going to get such kind of.
So what you are saying is Shahrukh was emboldened. Shahrukh was emboldened because Bilkis Banu's rapists were garlanded. So Shahrukh said, let me do the same in Jharkhand.
Really? Any conclusion by yourself? No, you're not letting me complete. You're completing my answer for me. That's not correct.
I am saying, is that the logic that Jharkhand government is giving?
That is not the logic. What I'm saying is, why is BJP only giving this a regional, your religion kind of turn to it, and why didn't it stand for Bilkis Banu? Is my question. The BJP is trying to completely dirty the politics of Jharkhand. Always giving any kind of religion turn to any kind of event. Why did
Gaurav, you
Kunal,
need to understand.
I will answer all your questions. No, Kunal, I'll answer all your questions. Can you answer this? Can you answer what happened to Seema Patra's house today? Adivasi girl, a maid who she has been keeping. No. Why not? Why not?
We are not
Why not? Please answer the
Madam,
question.
you're a lady, and as a lady, you are saying what about that and what about that and what about that in a case where a woman.
No.
Seriously.
No, this is also a case about a woman.
Seriously.
Which has been reported today as Adivasi.
You're an MLA. You're an elected representative of the people, and you indulge in what about it?
What I'm saying is, voice out equally. Is what I'm saying. It's a heinous crime. What Shahrukh done, he should be put to death immediately.
If she is
He
found
should be put
responsible
to
for
death immediately. But what I'm trying to also say is that Bhajpa should also voice out what is happening. This is Seema Patra, who is a Bhajpa leader from Jharkhand. She had kept a maid at her house, was completely abusing her for 8 years, and let me tell you, she was also making her lick her urine to clean the urine. So why are you not bringing up this? Why are you not bringing up this? Why not?
You don't decide the subject on a debate.
Because it's not an issue of religion.
You don't decide the subject on a debate.
It's where the woman lies. Where the woman lies in the society.
One at a time. One at a time.
Because I'm asking.
You know, it's for viewers to decide. It's for viewers to decide.
Absolutely.
But it is for viewers to decide. But what about in a case where a 16-year-old girl has been burnt alive? Our political leaders will indulge in what about
Absolutely heinous. And
really?
Shahrukh
And
should
is
be
this
put
because
to death.
is
Shahrukh
this
be
because
put
the
to death.
accused?
Our government will take all measures to put him behind the bar to make sure he gets death penalty.
Negligence.
She gets death penalty
because of negligence.
She did not die because of the government's negligence, Kunal. She died because of the society's disgusting. No, she did not die because of the government's negligence. How can you say that? From day one, the government has been giving her all financial aid.
Okay.
You should get your facts right, Kunal.
Let me get Kunal Sarangi to respond to that, but one at a time. One at a time. On especially such a sensitive issue, it actually hurts. It actually hurts. Think for a moment. Ankita is dead. Ankita has been burnt alive by Shahrukh and his friend Naeem. And I want you to see Shahrukh's smirking face, because he perhaps thinks he'll get away with this murder. He'll probably, is that the system that is at work, as is the allegation that the age will be shown differently, that girl is 16, show it as 19, all of that, very serious allegations being leveled. Look at the smirk on his face today. But Kunal Sarangi, the Jharkhand government says they've announced a compensation of 10 lakh rupees for the family. They have announced a fast-track court. You heard Shilpi on the broadcast saying that the government will seek the harshest punishment for Shahrukh and for Naeem Khan. Why are you not satisfied with the action taken so far, sir, unless this is just politics that you're indulging in?
Gaurav, normally justice delayed is normally justice denied. First thing. After the government came under tremendous pressure from all angles, they had to remove this DSP from the inquiry committee. Second thing, now the second accused have also been arrested. I appreciate that. But the fact remains, when you can airlift a miscreant who was accused in the Laranchi riots to get him treated at medical hospital in Delhi.
Okay.
Why you can't airlift this girl from Dumka to a better facility rather than allowing her to suffer more in a facility like RIMS where you don't get a paracetamol or syringe? And High Court, the Ranchi High Court has clearly stated, why don't you shut this hospital down? Why don't you shut this RIMS down?
You shouldn't put down.
You need to understand, Gaurav. You need to understand, Gaurav, how the differential treatment, how this differential treatment has been extended to his family.
How the party releases convict.
It is unfortunate. It is
11 बलात्कारियों को माला पहनाते हैं, लड्डू खिलाते हैं, वो justice का बात कर रहे हैं.
Ma'am, both are wrong. Both are wrong. I am sorry. Both are wrong. Both need to be highlighted. I am shocked. I'm actually shocked that Bilkis Bano and Ankita are two instances, and this comes from a lady. I'm actually surprised. I will let.
I'm not defending you. You're trying to put me in a wrong. So
I am not. You've said it. Bilkis Bano happens, and you are saying Shahrukh burns Ankita.
I clearly mentioned what has happened with. Listen.
I've run out of time on this part of the show. I've run out of time of this part of the show. I have breaking news that's coming in from Iraq, and I quickly need to go to this breaking news that's coming in from Iraq. At least 3 people have been killed in Iraq. Big story coming in. 3 people have been killed, dozens injured in violent clashes that erupted in Baghdad's heavily fortified green zone. And this happened following the announcement by the powerful Iraqi Shia cleric Muqtada al-Sadr that he was withdrawing from political life. Hundreds of protesters in Iraq have stormed inside the extremely considered secure green zone. The green zone is considered very secure. It's barricaded from all sides. There are high walls. There are multiple layers of security in the green zone, and hundreds of people have stormed into this building inside the green zone following al-Sadr's announcement. What we are now being told is that security forces have pushed the protesters out of Iraq's Republican palace by firing not just tear gas but also live bullets. The Republican palace is where the Iraqi cabinet meets. Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi has now suspended all meetings of his government till further notice. The announcement came after weeks of tension and protest that was sparked off by al-Sadr's decision in June to order his entire political bloc to withdraw from the Iraqi parliament in an apparent show of strength, a show of force after months of political stalemate. Iraq has struggled to form a new government since parliamentary elections in October, which saw Iran-backed Shia bloc losing seats to the Sadrists. That is all I have time for on India First this evening. You're looking at the latest situation, but before I go, I want to leave you with images of Lal Bagcha Raja. Maharashtra all set for the Ganesh Utsav. The much-awaited Lord Ganesh unveiled at the Lal Bagcha Raja Pandal after a break incidentally of 2 years because of COVID. We leave you with that.